your green endo and your violet lips, that your chestnut hair and some courage. It's from 9 to 5, baby, kill the lies. Let us sink 5, 6, 7 in your heart's 11. Got your jiggle to soul, weight on your bones, coming from the cold. What's up, everybody? How are you doing tonight? Just playing with this, chasing these clouds a little bit. Had to set up a little lower tonight. That's a reach to get this. Come on. What's up, chat room peeps? How you doing? Miguel, Ellie, Vision, saw Dee, Caro, Mary, Dr. Ed Hassan, Anthony, Lady, Andrew Johnson, what's going on? Matt, and Dagger. All of y'all had a great day. I was watching some stuff earlier. I found this cool channel, searching for EU Electric Universe stuff. I found this channel called Electric View. It has like 250 subscribers. I'm gonna link it in the chat if any of y'all are interested. I only listened to a couple episodes, but it's pretty neat. Not too bad. No, that's not it. Let's see. Damn, I can barely even find it. Just looking for this thing. It's just a kind of Google Hangout, and they talk about Electric Universe stuff, but it's done seriously and politely. So weird. Just like it vanished for a second. Oh, let me check my history. The Electric View, all right. Here is the link for anybody who's interested. And they follow Thunderbolt's project closely, but they talk about, they had Jacob Gable on, the guy who was doing the recent experiments with electric discharge in the lab. And they had a couple of people on, so I listened to like 3 episodes, and it sounded as if at least they were giving it a shot. Clouds just moved a little bit. It still has kind of a freaky glow to it, but there we go. I can adjust the contrast. Get us some sharp moon. Anyway, did you guys get a chance to go and look at that, the object that I filmed yesterday? Because I feel like you could have gotten a decent shot at the beginning. I finally edited the video a little bit, but I haven't rendered it out. I'll be posting that soon. I was able to get a little bit more detail out of it. See something. It just seems so weird. Yeah, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I guess. So strange. It says 8 people watching in the back, in the dashboard. 7 people watching even. The number keeps going down. I feel like there are more than 7 people here, but maybe I'm wrong. If you're in the chat room, just throw me an emoji of some sort. Says, I wonder why it was black. The craft yesterday, or the object, I don't know. Really have no idea. I was looking at it a bunch of times today and I was trying to match it up with satellites, but it didn't find anything with regards to satellites. All right, so Ellie, Miguel, Mary, Vision, and right. I mean, it's fine. It's a little crew, but yesterday some weird stuff was happening. In any case, it don't matter. Let's just jam a little bit. I'm gonna put maybe one of my tracks and just play over it. Let's see, where's Serenia? Just a bit wiped today, guys, sorry. You can hear it in my voice. But still, there's a lot of space to be done, to be taken back. Definitely miss some good zoomage. It's been a few nights. And hopefully, if it's clear enough, we'll get a pass at Jupiter. That's a complex, complex part. Yeah, man, gotta find out. Vision, that happened last night too. Check out the numbers from yesterday's video. 23, 24 down, or whatever. I think Keith got slammed as well. Damn that distortion. I'm running the mic through it too, so a little screwy on the sound, but yeah, just warming up here a little. A little rough, Just going through. What's up, Mary? Okay. Sounds good. Just be jamming here. Look at the moon. I think I got clear right in the middle of that jam. Rock and rollin', rock and rollin'. Let me find another backing track here. You can finally see some real clarity. Looks like it's sharpening up nicely. This already has solos on it. What do I got over here? That ended so abruptly. I got Serenia. That was really delayed. Not expecting that type of feedback. Shit. Alright, try that one more time. On the stand of the 6, sitting down at the bottom of the bag, I had another fill. It's 4 a.m. I woke up in the nether realms, leaving off this middle street. In a middle single, and the syllables are always up to the rail, and it holds a lot of Laredo. turned them around, and we climbed up tall to the highest slab, and then we rolled up on Canada, the lover's grave, you know. Lithuania, Lemuria, Australia, Serenia, it's changing you. On the knowledge, Serenia, Lithuania, Australia, Albania, Altania. Hey Mary, take it easy. Just noticed that you had to go. Have a great night. Catch you soon. See the rabbit on the moon. I see a lot of things on the moon. The rabbit, yeah. I mean, once it was pointed out, but for me it's always like, I guess I gotta adjust the set manually. It's totally another dimension. Gosh, man, it gets so freaking hot when the moon is out. It's so strange. I'll lower this a little bit. All right. What's up, Sensei Camilo? Send again, good night, Mary. So, got a clear-ish moon. It looks hazy outside, but this is crispy on the inside. Let me put a little bass line behind this. Wow, 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 wow. All right, minute on this, and then let's do a zoomed-in shot of it. What's up there, Daryl? How's it going? Yeah, definitely the jade. What is it? The jade rabbit? Sensei Camilla? Old Chinese folk tale about the rabbit on the moon. I think every culture, I feel, has a story about what they saw periodically on the moon. For me, it's always this face. Right now it's turned almost fully clockwise, one turn. 40. Wait, I'm totally tripping right here. So 90 degrees one way. But if you take Mari Crisium, top right, as the left eye, Mari Fecunditatis to the right of that as the right eye, then Proclus, kind of diamond, or geodesic, making the nose, and the mouth is Sea of Serenity, cheek is Sea of Tranquility, and the chin is the kind of mountain range, the Apennine mountain range. So what's cool is, like I was saying yesterday, I want to get in and do some zoomed-in shots and talk about some less talked about features on the moon, since I now have an atlas that works.
What's this track? Here. No. Oh, this one is cool. What's up, Aslam Mahdi? Peace. Welcome. Alright, let's do this. Getting in on the first level of zoom. This is the camera still with the F6.3 focal reducer, so the widest shot, but it's zoomed in on the camera once. Getting right here up to Mare Imbrium. Just gonna put this other track on. That one's cool, I guess. No, it's too short. I need something a little bit longer. I don't have to think about for a second. Maybe, I guess this one? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, the hell with it, actually. This is cool. All right. So I just feel like I have to reset this. There we go. All right, so top left of the screen we have Sinus Iridum, of course. Talked about that a lot, but there's other regions, and actually let me just go into a couple of details about that, I guess. So Sinus Iridum, I guess they say size, dimensions is 400 by 260 kilometers, and let's see, description, very large crater-shaped formation of 237,000 kilometers squared. That's doesn't seem right. Steep shapes constituted by north slopes of the Montes Jura, J-U-R-A. Walls constituted by Montes Jura gobbled to the south in the lava of Mare Imbrium. Flat floor filled with lava and situated 600 meters lower than Mare Imbrium. This is talking about Sinus Iridum in view. Look at this default. We definitely have a little bit of haze still, but all right, so these two little craters that you see in the center of the screen to the right of Sinus Iridum are Helicon and, let's see, La Verrier. I'm just going to put up two markers right there. See these all the time, I just I think it's the only way we're going to learn them. Get them learns on with these other like second tier craters. So Helicon and La Verrier. Make sure I spelled that right. Correct. La Verrier, I guess. Observation, very interesting formation. Circular formation forms a remarkable couple with Helicon. Pretty steep slopes according to La Verrier T to the south. Pretty high walls damaged to the north. Flat floor, line of crest, small mountain. Dimensions 20 kilometers across. So they're about the same size. All right, where are we at? Hey, also let me know if the volume of my voice and the background music is too distracting. Maybe I need something a little less. I think I probably do. I think it's something a little chiller. My electric feels on, right? All right, we got a few more features to go through. I don't know, maybe it's not clear enough to do this, but let's just keep trying. Alright, so right center of your screen you see Plato Crater. And we're going to use that as a reference. Let's move this off screen for a sec. Where's my marker? So I'm just going to put it smack dab in the center of Plato Crater so you have reference point. But alright, so like I always say, above that, above Plato, we have Mare Frigoris, Sea of Cold. But I want to talk about our other little features I finally figured out. So the little word formation to the left of the chicken claw, right underneath Plato, is Montes Recti, R-E-C-T-I, or recti. And then the chicken foot is Montes Tenerife, T-E-N-E-R-I-F-F-E. And what's cool is that let's read the description on the chicken foot. I'll get rid of this Plato Crater thing. Although I should probably brighten up the shot a little bit. Yeah, that's a little better. Alright, so we've got clouds, but right here to the bottom left, you'll see this thing that looks like a bunch of letters next to one another. That's the Montes Recti. And then to the right of that is Montes Tenerife. It says roughly in rectilinear chain oriented west-east, 2 blocks detached to the north and then east, 6 main summits emerging from the lava of Mare Imbrium. Freaking love this. This is just like independent astronomers dropping like little descriptions, and it's been merged, so. I mean, not that it makes a lot of sense, but I'll take what I can get right now. Alright, and then the letter formation, Montes Recti, says interest exceptional formation. And what does it say? Description, oriented west-east, remarkable rectilinear mountain chain. So, and this is like a proper atlas, so I'm not sure. You know, this is the stuff I like to look into. Pay attention to how these formations could have come about. Get another song going on behind the track. Let's do. Maybe that's a little dramatic, but whatever, let's try. Alright, and then there are little things, I guess, to the south of Montes Tenerife, like the chicken claw, which there's a pair of tiny little craters and then kind of a white smudge to the right of that. That's Pico 1 and 2. To the right of that, there's Piazza and Smythe, and then another tiny crater called Mons Piton. I'm just going to kind of center the object that I'm talking about. Ellie says it looks like a glyph. It really does. Some of these things really do. There are other ones down there, down the south of the moon that look like letters as well. Sorry about that. Alright, what's going on, Prow? Evening, evening. Right, exactly. Let's go to the left of that. Daryl says Promontorium Laplace is this northern tip of Sinus Iridum. I'm gonna type that out for y'all. Come on, don't get cloudy. Stay clear. That's very nice of you, Carolina. So I could probably talk all night. What's up, dude? Flat Earth dude, how you doing? So, Promontorium La Place. This again is apparently the Chang'e rover is around this region. The Chinese Jade Rabbit rover is somewhere else. I'm not sure exactly, but I feel like this is the Chang'e 3 lander. I think it got a little too hazy right there. Let me adjust this contrast for a second. Ooh. I don't know, I guess we can keep going. So Mare Frigoris, above this, there's so many little features, I'm just trying to pick which ones to talk about. So I guess there's, on this whole Sinus Iridum, the Bay of Rainbows, there's this one crater that's just right on it, on the edge to the top left of it, and that is called Bianchini. That should be one I should probably just label for y'all. See, the real work begins once you open the atlas. See, I should have been doing this for a while, but I guess better late than never. So this crater on the rim of Sinus Iridum, Bianchini, I believe is how you spell it, how you say it. Description: situated on the line of the crest of Montes Svor, circular formation, steep slopes supporting Bianchini P to the north, flat floor, small central mountain. Interest, very interesting formation, interest level. Doesn't say much more than that. It calls it a crater, I guess, so that's, I guess Bianchini and then Bianchini North. No, that's not actually correct. So Bianchini and the one above it is Bouget, I believe. Bouguer? Let's label that correctly. That's a little crater to the north, Bianchini. And this one is 23 kilometers in diameter, just to give a sense of scale. And Monte Bianchini was 38 kilometers in diameter. All right, that's not bad to talk over. All right, let's move on from this area a little bit because there's a lot to explore. Daryl, correct, says after Pierre-Simon Laplace, right? Yo, what's up, Isaac Forbes? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for the comment yesterday. I just got on after work, so if I haven't replied to you, I know a bunch of people left me some nice comments. All right, I guess it got bright again. Let me adjust those settings. That's real nice. All right, so maybe let's stay wide for a second so I can kind of... So we got Montes Alpes, which is to the right of Plato Crater. Plato. Oh, right, that's... I was... yeah, I was thinking about it. Now I remember what the comment was earlier. Oh, I got the trolls again tonight. Yeah, that's going on. I think Keith got it too. That's fine. We need the trolls. Right, so to the right of Plato, we got Montes Alpes and then Valles Alpes. See if I can get the contrast. I don't know, is it a little too wet to do this? I'm not sure. Let's try and find a little bit more clarity on some regions. I feel like there's a lot of humidity in the atmosphere. Just gonna pan around a little bit. It's got Mare Crisium. Of course, those two little craters are three actually, but the top one's really hard to see. But the one that you can see, the two little eyes of the crab, is Pierce at the top and then Picard. And then to the right, I feel it's just like we can barely see it, but inside there's this formation that I wanted to mark. It's called Harker 1 and Harker 2, Harker, to the back of Mare Crisium, you can imagine. And then beyond, so this is the stuff that I want to talk about. So at the very beyond Mare Crisium, you'll see this thing that almost looks like another mare itself. Daryl says Messier A and B. That is, I will get to that. I think that's a bit further down in Mare, what is this? Fecunditatis, right? Yeah, but still. To the right of Mare Crisium, you got this mare called Mare Marginis. So that's what I'm going to label. Atlas looks a little different than I have it here, but I believe this is the correct area, Mare Marginis. Yeah. So that's a new one. Evangelist lovers click dislike. I love that. And this, this other area that I really like as well, that's Mare Undarum, which I want to write. Yeah, and this region's super cool. I want to see what they say about it. So Mare Undarum says dimensions 200 by 100 kilometers. Pretty tormented region to the east of Firminius, I guess. Let me look at what this is. Okay. I guess that little crater. So Mare Crisium, and then there's this little kind of self-contained crater to the left of Mare Undarum. That's Firmicus, right? And so, just looking here, Mare Undarum, I guess. Pretty interesting formation. This is pretty tormented region, apparently formed by the meeting of several gobbled. That's all it says, 21,000 kilometers squared. Very strange. Just some of this information out there is just like, there are a lot of questions. It's great. They're underarm. Yo, and thanks for bearing with me, because I know I'm acting like I'm a total tard here, just going slowly through things, but trying to read this tiny copy and match it all up. Luckily, the moon's cooperating. All right, so let's go to another region. Okay, let's see. There's one crater that I don't think I've ever labeled before. This one is in between Tranquility and Fecunditatis, and is right here in the center. Let me just surprise y'all with the name because it's long. No, it's not actually. It's overlapping something. This is Taruntius. Of course you didn't copy. Why would you copy? Why would you cooperate? Taruntius. This little crater right here. Alright, now. We're gonna zoom in one more level, maybe it'll be better. Should be better. I feel like we might have to switch up the lens to get these types of shots. But anyway, Taruntius, and then above it, Rime Taruntius. Taruntius W. And pyroclastic structure, very interesting formation. Oh, come back. So Tarunti. It says gobbled like Pac-Man. Yeah, exactly. But it's gobbled and then it's just like dot, dot, dot. I'm gonna take a quick second and get a drink. It's getting toasty, but this is cool, man. We can really get in and dig out some of these regions. There's so much to see tonight. I'll be back in a few minutes. Appreciate everybody hanging out, keeping that vibe high. Drink handy, smoke handy. Let's get this little chiller. Is this chiller? Oh, this one's chill. Clear blue water. Alright, so let me know if you guys like going through this Atlas thing. While I just have my drink, I'm looking around at some features we can look at. It's just crazy how much. It's like I wish I could kind of limit it, but yeah, wow. Especially around the Tycho region. There's just so much going on. But there's a lot of haze right now, I feel as well. Kind of yellowish. It's that grimy, but not bad in the wide view. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna probably just switch up the lens real quick. Even though it's cloudy, it'll probably give us a better view of these details. And then we'll talk about what I got up on screen, which is Langrenus crater. We haven't really talked about it that much, and of course, Messier A and B inside of Mare Fecunditatis. Which ever so, every time I look at it, looks more and more kind of rectangular. Getting some interesting cuts in the land. Take it easy. Have a great night. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope everything's okay. Alright, got this shot up. Gotta show this out a little bit. Yeah. I gotta say, I know a lot of people don't believe in trails, but there's like this massive, just one solid contrail, chemtrail, plane trail, just like blocking the moon right now. It's just disgusting. So weird how, like one of those with the shadows behind it. It's like, who the hell knows what's in our skies. So I feel like just gotta wait till it clears a little bit more. It's grimy yellow. Love that Aristarchus is peeking right under the Terminator line on the very far left. Once it moves, I think we can dive back in. Bottom left also, take a look at maybe Gassendi. Yeah, that area I always kind of overlook because I forget what it's called, but easily see that's Mare Humorum and Gassendi crater on the rim of Mare Humorum, and then this other tiny crater, Gassendi A, I guess, on the rim of that crater. So that's to the top left of Tycho. Yeah, it's moved a little bit. It's just this little puffy cloud following right in front of the moon. Whatever. We got a lot of features to see. Birds flying in front. Those pesky reptilian overlords and their pesky chemtrails. I don't know, even if it's just regular plane trails, it's freaking gross. We should have hydroelectric planes and or electrostatic, electrogravitic planes already. Enough of this burning fuel. Did that just earn me a bunch of, Alright. Yeah, you can see it. It is thick, man. That's crazy. Did he have a silver nose or did he have a gold nose? I feel like he had a gold nose. He must have it. If he could replace his nose, I bet he had both. Tycho Brahe's. What was Tycho Brahe's nose made out of? Separately, tests revealed that Brahe's famously silver, nice prosthetic nose was actually made out of brass. Born in Denmark in 1546, Brahe served as an astronomer to the Danish king before settling in Prague in the court of the Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II. All right, so you were correct, but then I guess it turns out that it's brass, so I was wrong, and you were mostly right. Exactly, they say he lost his nose in a math-fueled duel, possibly inspired Shakespeare to write Hamlet, and maybe, what is it? Maybe made his even greater successor, Johannes Kepler, a murderer. Murderer. Yeah, I always thought, I don't know, I read it somewhere and I guess I kind of mistook it. It looked gold, but I guess because it was, I was just looking at some illustration. But yeah, I've been following up. They had to exhume his body and do some tests. It's amazing. Absolutely. Looks like it could clear, but it's taking its sweet ass time. Added the Brasco green. Must have been kind of gross, or kind of amazing and intimidating. You don't see that much nowadays. A lot of body art, no replacing body parts. Somebody walk in with a silver arm, take him seriously. I'd love to zoom in, but I'm just gonna hang on this shot for a second. I can at least turn down the saturation, make it gray again. I don't know why, like I always feel like I can remember things, but I somehow thought it was gold. I don't know why. Maybe the story that I read had it in gold, but yeah, I guess silver makes sense. I was gonna say who knows, but that's terrible. Terrible puns. Lady Nightmare, why so many dislikes? Because there is a troll group going around, or probably even lurking in the chat. They hit up Paul and Keith's stream, and I guess they're hitting up a bunch of streams and dropping some thumbs down. Does it really matter? I don't know. Like, it's not like we got that many views anyway. I guess they don't like footage of the moon, or maybe they don't like me talking over it. Whatever, don't matter. Daryl says, I saw silver ants on BBC tonight. They're reflective to cope with living in the Sahara. That's fucking cool. Maybe it's clearing a little bit. That would be nice. What's so fun, like, I was thinking earlier, like, trolls are so funny because they end up really just validating the people they're trolling. Especially if you understand why they exist. So, all good in the hood right here, the moon hood. No, what would happen if we went away? There would be nobody to troll, so it's like almost this necessitative existence. I'm gonna blast that contrast for a second, get some, like, if we're looking at the moon in the 40s, some natural sepia consequence. The consequence of the moon. And we blast off. What I find really interesting is how few old pictures of the moon there really are. It's about 10, 20 photos maximum from like the early, like mid 1800s to now. Sorry, that's not till now, but mid 1800s till around 1940, 50 or something like that. It's crazy few images of like independent shots of the moon. You'd think somebody would have taken a shot. Everybody took a shot every time I destroyed grammar. Maybe guitar grooves on the moon. No, maybe this one. Mutton yesterday, mutton today, and blind me if it don't look like mutton tomorrow. Never heard that one. What trolls say. I like that high contrast sepia tone. Yeah, I'll just go back to that a little bit. It's fun. So many of me in the microphone. I gotta write some more things that I can talk over. This is a little good. This is a little good. Man, my vocabulary is atrocious lately. I think I just get so distracted with the screens and the moon and the talking. It's just crazy lately. Doing a lot of it gets loopy. But anyway, I was really excited by that transit yesterday, or whatever the hell that was. It'd be nice to get some, like a real opinion on what that is. Oh right, The Hobbit. Great poem, man. Actually, speaking of which, I got a great musical recommendation for y'all. So maybe some of y'all know this guy, Bo Hansen, Swedish prog musician, and he wrote these albums kind of based on movies and books, and he did this thing based on Lord of the Rings I listened to today. It's freaking amazing. I'll link it, and you can jump off from here. Thanks for triggering that. Let's see, so I'm gonna look at my video. I got 30 thumbs down. That's freaking awesome. So freaking cool. Let's see how many Keith has. Keith has 17 thumbs down, 39 up, 17 down. What's going on, Keith? Okay, let me know if you can hear me, man. But just looking at your stream right here. 3917. And I got 1930. Crazy fun. All right, enough of that. So, moon's looking sepia-ish, very sickly, just like our skies probably. What else we got hanging out in the chat room? I see a couple of y'all. I saw Lady Nightmare. I know Ellie is there. I know Daryl's talking to me. Whoever's lurking, hanging out, give me a shout. Let me know what you're thinking. So, I guess just talk about it a little bit. So, on the very right side, we're looking at Mare Fecunditatis and then Langrenus crater, which is 133 kilometers in diameter. Kind of, every time I try it, clouds roll in. All right, let's give it a little break. Let's track going. Let's scope over to Jupiter for a bit. Alright, that's cool. We got Jupiter in view. Even though it's pretty hazy, you can see all the moons. Really interesting configuration. Jupiter's almost set at this point. Let's get on that. Top left, Europa. Then next to Jupiter to the right is Io, and then Callisto and Ganymede, respectively. Ellie says could be a bot. Yeah, it could be. Who knows? And that's all. It's all good. So yeah, got a little shot of Jupiter. It's nice. I saw Mars peeking out. There's some clouds just moving with the moon. Guess just doing their little dance, vibrational dance. And it's obvious that clouds, at least to me, seem like they dance along the currents, the electrical currents. Night. Oh, Daryl, take it easy, my man. Maybe stop by later, or I'll catch you next time. Have a good night. Just typing out some of these moons for y'all, so I'll put it up in a second. Some of these labels up. Do a quick zoomed in shot, see what we can see. Probably gonna be pretty wobbly, pretty weebly. Yo, what's up, Chris Astro? How you doing? Oh, that was my bad. I guess I had the contrast blasted. So we can see it a little better. Like Europa top left, then I got a red hot pixel acting like a little star, but it's not. And then to the right of Jupiter, Io, and then Callisto and Ganymede doing their little dance. It'd be cool to capture this over a long period, but these skies haven't been clement enough. You got any imaging going tonight, Chris? Chris Astro. I knew it was you, Disastro. Chris Astro. That's cool. Alright, so we got Jupiter. I feel like Saturn is hanging out somewhere, but I can't really see it. We got Mars for sure. Check it out. clouds are sucky, man. I don't know, these kind of gibbous phases always have, like, they pull clouds with them. Especially like gibbous plus planet conjunction. Does the same stuff happen though to other people? Because like I feel like sometimes the moon and like, for example, Saturn or the moon and Mars kind of move a whole layer of clouds with them from my perspective, but then at the horizons, things like Jupiter and Venus are clearer and they aren't affected by the same cloud layer. Like yesterday was just crazy, just tracking it all the way through. Let's see what Saturn's up to. Yeah, man. Another month or so, and then it's gonna start getting better. Be glad to not have to deal with such humidity. It's crushing. But anyway, got a little bit of Saturn coming into view. Thankfully, the scope is pretty well tracked tonight. Not perfect, but enough to get this without getting up. Definitely cloudy on Saturn. Or cloudy on Earth, rather. See, Elliot is streaming. Pretty cloudy there, too. Seems like it's cloudy everywhere tonight. Jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm just gonna cruise around. Let's see what's going on with Mars. Masha, come to my party. Damn, Mars is like a little sun. Crazy bright. Let's lower that a little bit in view. Actually, that's fairly decent Mars, given that the moon just covered up entirely. And this is without the 3x, so just getting on Mars right here for a sec. Yo, respect, Ken. How you doing? Welcome. gonna drop a link for y'all. Again, I posted it earlier, but for everybody just hanging out right now, this is the channel called The Electric View. And I've only watched a couple of the videos, but the one that I watched today was just a good discussion, just different, and they talk about all the topics in a kind of open and honest and friendly way, and nothing is off the table. Again, not sponsoring anybody or whatever, just thought it might be interesting to people who follow Electric Universe stuff, called The Electric View. They only have like 257 subscribers, so if you like what they do, give them a thumbs up, leave them a good comment. Clouds just rolled in pretty hard. Yeah, just back at the moon. Some grimy but cool looking clouds coming through. Yeah, Chris Astro, that's a cool shot. I mean, I'm recording it right now. I love these videos where the clouds kind of move through. What's up there, Frankie G? Says, what's the oddest thing I've observed? Man, I've seen a lot of weird stuff. I would recommend checking out this playlist that I have called the Transits playlist. There are good, like 20 videos in there with weird things. And then, like yesterday's stream, for example, the first 8 minutes are me tracking this object I can't identify, like a dark object. And yeah. All right. maybe lunar pulse, or like the Jupiter wave. Lots of interesting things. Yeah, I don't know, it's just tough. A lot of people ask me, like, what is the most something? And it's very hard because everything kind of is pretty amazing. It's hard to kind of pick one. But if there's anything you see in the videos that you want me to answer or, like, apply more detail, I'm happy to. Like, all of them have different gear setups, or, like, how I edited them, or any number of things, but a lot of it is just like me taking clips from live streams and or stuff that I filmed, and there's just a lot of transits. There's like the one that has like balloons, that looks like balloons, but it just can't be balloons. It might be balloons. All the wave stuff that could be airplane contrails, but maybe not. Like just a lot of stuff. Yeah, the grossness has moved in. I gotta say, the oddest thing I observed on doing these, I guess, these streams is like the psychology of users and interactions and bots and trolls, and like the interaction online and why things are a certain way is just like such an interesting juxtaposition to metaphysics. Because you're so convinced that it's real, because we all use it so actively, but really there was a world without this online engagement. And so it's I don't know, people don't talk about it, nor do they talk about music like medicine. I mean, some people do, but not many. Look at that, we got like some moon, hold on. But anyway, yeah, I feel like some of the weirdest stuff is just learning how to really treat social media, or treat people, you know, like, I don't even know, not treat people online, but just like the way mankind has kind of glommed onto this idea of social networking and social interaction, and how these rules are being written in real time, and there's no real way to do things. So we're kind of applying these really primitive traditions onto this very new type of technology, and no one seems to like pause for a second and say, wait, we think we have to change the way things, or no, we don't have to change things, but we have to move with the way things move, as opposed to perceive them in such an antiquated way. It doesn't mean like throw away the past, it just means integrate. Get up for 1 second. Making me wait. That's one thing that I'll be grateful for. I mean, they should have it now, but wireless controllers for cameras. The fact that I have to like make like an IR connection with the whatever, it's so ridiculous. Man, it is rife. Like helicopters, shitty clouds. I mean, what's cool about the podcast that I linked to you guys, this Electric View stuff, is they were talking about how, you know, metaphysics and astrology and kind of interactions between planets can actually affect consciousness on Earth. And it's very fascinating to me, at least, how to tie the two. And actually just not even unify, I hate that word. Just kind of, not hate that word. It's like, just the idea of unification, whatever. point is just getting these ideas, getting the fundamentals of these ideas together for me. Could it get any hotter? I don't know. Vision, you said what? But I don't see rock. Did rock show up somewhere? They also were talking about things that, I don't know, they mentioned things that I would have talked about. So like how the conspiracy about the moon landings, include this whole thing about retro reflectors, when in fact it's just like an entirely ridiculous point. Since they were, we've been bouncing lasers off the moon way before the missions. And they actually talked about it, and it's one of the few, I don't know, I just don't see very many shows addressing conspiracy topics in a polite and kind of open-minded way. So I'll give them kudos for now. Alright, my peeps, I think it's clouded up for a second. I'm gonna go make some dinner, take a little intermission. Had a long night. It's only 10:30, so part 1 shall come to a close. Yeah, it's almost 2 hours, that's cool. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Appreciate the trolls. Appreciate the regular space crew. Yeah, this trip is wild. Even you loud helicopters buzzing over me. So stressful. And I'll be back on a little bit later. Hopefully, let me just check the weather and make sure. What is going on tonight? It says it's supposed to be clear. Clear, mostly clear, even clear. Yeah, this is good. So 1 a.m. should be mostly clear. I'm back on around, I guess, midnight 1, maybe sooner. Thanks so much, my peeps. Catch you in a little bit.